If I'm feeling the need for speed, I only ever use low speed and always on the cool setting. Hey everyone, welcome to the Halloween collaboration of our beautiful 5 artists and Colourarte for the fantastic. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope that you're going to have some fun plans with your family as it gets dark today. Nothing too scary. And welcome to Giavanna Designs. I hope you're enjoying chatting with us all as the live premiere continues. We're about halfway through, so there's really probably no need for me to go over the rules, but I will anyway. Many of you have signed on a little late and you're not sure what's going on. Okay, so within each one of our videos, there's going to be a keyword, a secret word. Put those words together and they're going to make a phrase for you. Okay, you take that phrase and you send it off to Leslie at Colourarte through the Colourarte website to enter into the grand prize giveaway of the $400 value of Prizm Pour paints, the 18 set Prizm Pour paints, which is absolutely phenomenal. You want to be a subscriber to this channel to be eligible for my giveaway, which is the 6 colors of the 2-ounce sizes of the Prizm Pour. Fantastic prize. Okay, and you want to comment down below on this video. I'm here, so I'll be chatting with you for the entire collab. If anyone has any questions, feel free to, hit that live chat box and talk with us. Excuse my finger, I cut and sliced yesterday, so I've got this fucking big thing on here, but I painted without it, so that was a good thing. At least I got my painting done before that happened, or else I'd have to wrap the whole thing up and throw some gloves on. Anyway, getting back to what we're doing today, I am going to be doing a chaos style Dutch pour with all of the colors of autumn. As I said, I've already done it, so you'll see what happens, but let me just say that scraping can be your best friend sometimes. And I'm sort of, it happens sometimes, and you gotta roll. I ended up with a beautiful piece I'm super excited about, and I'm thrilled with, and I hope you like it too. Okay, let's get going. So what does it mean to do a chaos style Dutch pour? So as you see here, what I'm doing is pouring the white just on the top half. The bottom half is going to be just the colors themselves. Now the top base color, what I used is I just put a little bit of a burnt umber in with a white and mixed in like a custom, off-white tannish color. It's very hard to see here with the quality of the camera, but my intention was to do the bottom half with all of the fall colors that you see, in the falling leaves, the rust, copper, just a drop of the green in there, as the colors that haven't changed over yet into the rusty tones, and some beautiful reds, that sort of thing. So what you want to do is to put all of the colors on the bottom, and then you're going to blow it out as you see. There's a beautiful peach dahlia. So as you see here now, I'm taking the top color and kind of dragging it through the bottom colors and randomly just mixing them together. You can blow this any way you like. There truly is no rhyme or reason to this. No right or wrong way to do it. You can't over blend them. I mean, you really just, I'm sure you could, but going over them twice or 3 times will not ruin it like a regular Dutch pour would. So you just want to blend them all together. Pop your pesky bubbles as always, and you're going to get a lot of them in this style. And then you want to blow them back upwards. Now as you can start to see here, I've got a lot more green than I was going for and a lot more red. And unfortunately what happened is when I started to blow the whole piece out, you saw them more and more and more and more, and everything else sort of got taken over with the red and the green, and it became very Christmassy. I did not want a Christmas pour. This would have been perfect for poinsettias, but that's not what we were going for. So I scraped it and started over. I tilted almost all of the bottom paint down. That's why it looks so streaky, to sort of get the weight of all of that paint off of there, because I didn't want to, I didn't want the piece to dry and crack, because you don't want to leave all of that heavy paint on the bottom there. So I tilted the most of it off, scraped the top to make it nice and clean, And we're starting over. Now this time what I'm doing is adding a lot more of the gold and copper and bronze that I really was going for, and leaving most of the red and the green that's there from underneath there. And basically hoping that just I'll get a hint of those colors in there, but they won't take over the whole piece. So here I'm just smoothing out the top area, because I kind of had done it in a little bit of a rush, and making sure that everything's even there before I blow them back down again. And unfortunately, because of my camera, these all really look very, very blended together. It looks a little bit muddy even in the colors, and they're not. And you'll see that at the end, that they really are very vibrant and very true to the coppers, the golds, the bronze. And you see in that corner, you got a lot of that green just peeking through. It's exactly what I wanted. I've got that red and that green in there, but it's not taking over the whole piece. But you'll see in the end a lot more differentiation between the copper and the gold and the bronze that I wanted to be in there is actually there, which is really nice. I got that, look at that pop of brown in there, which I was hoping for. Again, I didn't add too much brown because I want the brown to take over, and then the red and the green ended up taking over, but that's okay, it worked out in the end. See my little clapping? I always do that when I'm happy. You'll see claps, you'll see thumbs up. And again, we're hitting it with the heat. So you can use your torch in many, many ways. First and most often is just to pop the pesky bubbles that are there that you don't want to have dry and create, pinholes in your project. Then you can also create texture with it. And I did that in this piece. You see, I went over it quite a lot because I wanted to add a lot of texture and differentiation in there. And you'll get, then the density of the paint will play a little bit more with you because you're heating it up a little bit. In that right corner where I just pointed, you see that little white area that's starting to swell up? That looks really pretty, and you'll see what develops out of that in a little bit. And now it's blowing time. I love the mouth blowing process of a Dutch pour and the finger painting process. It's very childlike to me. I think it's the most fun of the whole thing. So I don't quite get it when people don't do that part. Just to blow it out and say, boom, I'm done. I mean, that's not the fun of it. Maybe I'm just a kid at heart. I don't know. And if you'll see in the end too, a lot of my work does end up looking like flames in the edges. I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign. It just is what it is. I don't know. Most of my work does have that element in there. It's just my style. What can I say? So here you see me tilting the piece down. What I wanted to do here is to get a lot of the weight of the bottom of that painting off. You don't want it to crack. You want to make sure you don't have too much paint on there. But also, I wanted to leave a little bit more space in between the chaos of the bottom of the color and the top of the negative space. I really like that ombre effect from the real heavy concentration of color down at the bottom to sort of the middle, lighter area into the wispy edges. And it just was a little too high on the canvas for me. And I don't know if you can see it, but I'm getting a lot of really great lacing happening here. That area I just pointed out in the bottom right-hand corner, you see that? It's really starting to swell up. And the lacing is loosening up there a little bit. Again, that's just a paint density thing. And here I'm just creating these flamed edges with my finger. I find I have the most control over that design when I'm just finger painting. Even with a paintbrush, it just doesn't do the same thing. I just generally gravitate towards pointy edges versus the flowery petals of, most of the Dutch pours that are around. And I think I got that from, originally trying to emulate Renska. She breaks up the edges of her pieces. She doesn't generally have those strong flower petal edges. And I really love that wispy disappearing into the negative space effect. Not that my work looks anything like hers, it doesn't. But I just like that, that feeling that wispy edge gives you. We're really close now. I'm getting to liking it more and more. This point is when I really can get lost in the piece and just fiddle with it for hours. Not technically, because the painting would dry, but really, I fiddle with my pieces for a long time. I really do, look at every single inch of it and make sure that I'm in love with it. I hope you guys like it. Just wanted to take a minute to show you guys this gorgeous mahogany color that I was able to get by scraping my table. So I had a ton of paint on that table that just would have gotten wasted. Don't be afraid to scrape the table. You'll get a surprising color. I mean, that was red and green and gold and copper and all of these crazy colors that you would never think would mix beautifully together. And this is gorgeous. I actually wish that I had this in the pour now that I look at it. But yeah, so, don't waste the paint on your table. If it's worth saving, put it through a strainer and save it for your next pour. And the second time's a charm. Sometimes you just have to scrape. Scraping can be your best friend. It's okay. I love the way it turned out. It really did hit all the colors of autumn, as well as looking very flame-like and fire-ish, which is kind of fire-ish. This is not a word. Fiery? Fiery. My fiery edges are sort of what I'm known for, so I'm not surprised I had to stick those in. All right, let me pull you in for a close-up of these gorgeous details and all that crazy Prizm Pour sparkle that you know and love so well. Look at that cluster of cells. Isn't that beautiful? When it first developed, it was more white, and then as it sort of time went on, the colors from underneath, the pink density played around, and it gave me more space in between those cells and made it a lot more lacy, which is really pretty. And look at this, sticking just that little bit of green in there, made it sort of have a little contrast and pop. But too much of the red and green together, it just looked Christmassy. I had to get rid of it. So, here we go, scraping time. So here we are. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I hope you guys caught the keyword there for the secret phrase. If you didn't, rewind and go check it out. Look at that beautiful, beautiful cluster of lacing. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that's probably my favorite spot of the day. And then the sparkle from underneath, of course. But look at this, flame edges. As I was saying, sorry, I got distracted. So as I was saying, I hope you caught the secret word. And, get that entire phrase, watch everybody's video, enjoy the whole process, and then send that in to Leslie. Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my part of the collaboration. If you wait just a minute or two, the next video will be up. Oh, look at that sparkle. God, it's just gorgeous. It just blankets over everything. If you want to see any of my other work, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Of course, you have to be a subscriber to enter into the contest anyway. So then I'll get you one foot in the door. And you can check out all my other work on Instagram at Giavanna Designs. If you're ever interested in commissioning a piece, or if you see anything on Instagram that you're interested in, please email me, giavannadesigns@gmail.com. And I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the rest of the collab. All right. Happy Halloween, everybody. And happy autumn. Bye, guys. See you next time.